LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17. Probably second-guessing that return. On the ground, it's Street. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it out quickly, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up fourth.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Flying out to the left. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown in the opening drive of the game.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped.
First and 10.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Try to get it to the edge. Shakes off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU right back to the line. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competing.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Keep it on the ground. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Looking for a crease, it's Barry. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying play action. Fires downfield. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on...
Go to the end zone. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel.
He's looking deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. Floating away. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Trying to make that, turning it on. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing it. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them.
Turning on the Jets. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Going to the ground. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Taylor wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Tosses it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Got enough for the first. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and You know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's Barry. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for space, it's Street. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Georgia coming out with the fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Nebraska. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Johnson wants to throw it. A strike downfield. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
LSU quick to the line. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looking for a push on 4th down. Makes a man miss. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Complete to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Georgia 17, LSU 7.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Still looking on the move. Makes a catch down the right side. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to take off. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Powers through. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It's now second down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That's a 20, he's got space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Quarterback sneaks ahead, and they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
And you lay that directly at the feet of the offensive line. If they can't get any push just to get anything positive on a quarterback sneak, that is not a job well done. Defensive line definitely won that battle.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover.
Green 25.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Dogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in the game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick, and they get it. If they can score here, all of a sudden, all the momentum is back on their side.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Has to throw it. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Jumped on top of the pile. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Street. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, well, he is hard to bring down.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Extending the play. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davis.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Johnson looking to throw. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Dogs with a golden opportunity, but the key to the drill is turn it into points. Quarterback may change this route. Off-play action on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it again from their own end zone. He'll pull it down. Out of bounds at the 13, and that's just what the doctor ordered for this offense. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Let's go!
On the run, it's Street. There he goes. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can hit the seam wide open. Quick step and go. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backwards. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
Here's the pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
From the gun on third down. Caught near the sideline, it's Riley. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
29 Philly. 29 Philly. On board.
They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. And he'll step into the end
the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Johnson wants to throw it.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now improvising. Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
Gets it inside the 10. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call them a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angle's just getting chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
And the Bulldogs will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, and The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10.
Igloo. Igloo. Lion.
They'll send the back in motion. Got some room after the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out and tries for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing.
Got room on the return. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Running back searching for a hole. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Dogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to move the chain. Breaks the tackle. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. Under fire. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in inside the 10. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.